Third, please pay attention during session. Fourth, open your camera. Then fifth, your present will be recorded. For the participants, I'd like to remind you to be active and make sure you understand the material. Okay, if you have something that you miss or not clear enough for you, please don't hesitate to ask the trainer by raising your hand or put question in the chat box. Okay, then we can start this session right away. Mr. Part and Mukesh, please, the spotlight is yours.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. Hope you are doing good. And we are towards the last session of our Enablement program, right? So let's do a quick recap again of the previous three sessions. In the very first session, we got introduced to RPA as a technology. What is UiPath? We saw what different industries can are automation possible. And some of you asked some interesting questions as well. Someone working in government sector, in IT sector, or building their small projects or something like this. So we did explore about how different automation use cases can be automated. Then we went and we built a basic simple automation in UiPath. After that, we learned about integration service, the open AI connector. I'm pretty sure that was the most interesting part of the session till now because Mukesh explained us how we can use the open AI connector through integration service and then later data service as well. In the yesterday's session, it was complete hands-on. I was not there pretty much active over there, but yes, I was just saying what Mukesh was explaining, and we had PDF automation. Then we learned a bit about Excel activities as well, and there were many things that Mukesh explained in the hands. In today's session, the final session, we are going to learn very one interesting. Okay, so it is possible. Let's suppose I built an automation that uses some input file, that uses an Excel file. How can you take that input from the user? So in today's session, we are going to see what UiPath Apps is. UiPath Apps is a product by UiPath that allows you to build enterprise level application. But when I say app, don't just assume you can build an Android or iOS app. It is basically a front end that you can build for your RPA processes. All right, so it's not like any other web app, but it is more inclined towards having a front end for your UiPath apps. And today's session is going to be complete hands-on. So I want to make sure that everyone in this call is doing it and asking doubts. I can just pick any random concern at any point of time, and I can ask you to share your screen if you're following along with the steps that I am doing, right? So I hope everyone has joined through laptop and will perform the steps as and when we go ahead in the session. All right. So, does anyone have any questions from the previous sessions that you have learned or something that you have tried to implement on your own and you are facing some issues? Anyone having that kind of issues or questions, please put it in the chat. We'll just give a minute for that. If you tried something new or you tried to build some automation, or maybe you have some doubt. Let's check it. Or if anyone started with the course, maybe you can just mention started. I'm just hoping someone at least starts with the course. Let me check with my favorite student. M. Rama, did you start with the course?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, did you start with the course?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. How's it going? How many modules did you complete?
Uh, I start yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
earlier.
TTN, what about you?
Sorry, sir.
No, no, I'm asking TTN.
Oh,
Yes, I've started the course, but I've not finished it yet.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
it will take time. Yeah, because it is a long course. It is almost like 40 hours, so it will definitely take time. I'm just trying to remember the other names. I think Tariq was one more person. He's in the call. Then Mohammed Falik as well. Did you start with the course, Mohammed?
Yes, sir. I just start it, but
Okay.
yes, it's take a long time to finish the course.
Right, right. But make sure you guys finish that course, right? Because trust me, when you finish that course, right, you will have at least will five different automations that you will really enjoy, and you will like to share it with your other colleagues or your other friends that they should also learn this particular technology, right? So please make sure that you guys post this session as well. Start with that course, and you can reach out to myself or Mukesh. You have our LinkedIn profiles as well, so just feel free to reach out to us over there. All right, so not picking any more people and going ahead with the session. All right. So everyone, if you remember, we created our accounts on the very first day, or some of you might who have already worked on it, right? You created your account on cloud.uipath.com. That is the automation cloud of UiPath, right? Now, if you go over here, there is a section called as apps. Okay, so I'm just going to open it. All right. Once it loads over here, you see, I have created many different apps over here. Okay, I'll just give some examples, or I'll just give some demo to you guys on what are the different apps that I've put. So let me pick this one. Okay, so this is the app that I built, which is an SIP calculator. Majorly, it is being used in financial institutions or financial organizations, right? So SIP is basically systematic investment plan. So if I want to plan my investment and I want to see how much profit I'm going to earn after investing how much money, right? That is what I can view over here. So if you see, this is a simple one page app that I've created. Now amount to invest monthly, I'm going to put 5,000. Okay. And number of installments, let me put it 60 because I want to do it for 5 years and see how it is working. And my expected return is 15% is what I'm expecting. So if you see, as and when I change it, right, it is updating the values during runtime itself. Whatever I update over here, it will quickly update the values over here as well. So this is the app that I have. Now, if I go to the interface, there are many things that you will see over here. All right. So there are these containers you will see. We'll go through all of it, but this is just one example of what kind of apps we can build. Okay. Just let me show you other one. Give me a second. I'm just trying to find. Let me see if I have built this app. Okay. I'm going to turn off my camera and we are going to see if this app is working. Oh, it has issues. Just one second. Let's see if I can run this app. This is a pretty interesting app. All right. So if you see, what I've created is I've created a sign up app. Maybe the data is not linked. Let me try to see if I can build it. Okay, so now if you see, I've filled in the details and it is asking me to take a picture. Okay, so when I click on this, it is running my robot, and I think it should open my camera as well. It is saying it is installing it. So now if you see on my screen, it has turned on the camera. Okay, give me a second. It is just looking at my other camera. So now if I click this picture, it is working in the background. It is doing the processing. And now if you see, the image is loaded over here. All right. So this is how I created an app that is for sign up. Now if you see, this sign up button was disabled until I had clicked the picture as well, because for an ID creation, obviously the image is also important. So now when I click on sign up, this is a sign up creation successful. Okay, so the sign up has been successfully created. The data is saved in the background, so that won't be visible over here, but this is how I have created this particular sign up app as well. Right, so if you see, these are the different types of apps use cases that we can build in our automation. All right, anyone
Parth, just
having?
to
Yeah.
just to give a context, right? So, guys, yesterday you remember, right? I showed you that use cases. How do you create identity card, right? So the use case which Parth just show with the photo and all, you can create an automation when you visit any corporate office, when you visit any corporate building, right? They have to print that visiting card for you, which is a kind of a temporary. So you can use this app, build an interface, put the details, capture the photo. In the background, you run an automation, put all these details into a format, like the way I was creating yesterday the offer letters. I created those identity cards. Instead of just putting the data into the folder, now you are doing it in the real time. So yesterday, whatever I shown you,
Correct.
right, the HR offer letter, the loan processing, the identity card generation, or the record creation, everything was starting from Excel or an email. There was no real time interface. So with this, you can actually create a real time interface and get it happen everything at the real time. The underlying automation is the same. Instead of Excel, we say that now the user is going to get the data from front end, and this is accessible to everybody via URL. So now you can add more power to your use cases.
Correct. That's correct. Yeah. Thank you, Mukesh, for adding. All right. So I hope whatever demo I showed, right, you guys find it interesting till now, and we'll definitely build something more interesting towards the end of this session as well. All right. So now I want you all to navigate to cloud.uipath.com. All right. So this is the URL that you have to navigate to. Just open that URL, click on this options icon, and go to the apps section. Okay. Once you are on this screen, just give a thumbs up or just give some reply in the chat. Yeah, maybe you can just write that. Yeah, Alfito, also I have seen the question from you. We'll take it towards the end of the session. Okay, we'll just try to cover the UiPath apps concept and then we'll just take your question towards the end. All right.
Oke, untuk Alvito akan dibahas di akhir sesi ya. Thank you.
All right, so I see everyone is on that screen. Okay, now let me show you one very interesting feature of this. You can just come back on the Zoom screen share where I'm sharing, and then you can try the same thing. So there is a feature in UiPath apps that is called as UiPath apps autopilot, the one that you see over here, and generate with autopilot. So now what you have to do over here is you just have to write description of your app, a very simple description. Let's suppose I want to create a registration app. So I'll write create a registration app having the following fields: name, email, phone number, maybe university or location and all of that, and just click on send button and it will create an app for me. That is what the power of autopilot feature is. You just give the description and it will auto generate the app. There are also different features of generating the app. Maybe you have a screenshot of a form, online form, and you just upload that screenshot over here. Again, it will generate that app for you with that same fields which are there in that form. That requires a little different type of licensing. We cannot do that in community edition, so we will just stick to the description. Now, once I do something over here, you have to perform the same thing on your screen as well. So let me write this: create a registration app with fields name, email, phone number, university, uh, what we can take, location, and date of birth. Okay. So what you guys have to do is any description you can give over here, whatever you want to, just give the description over here, right? Like this, create a registration app. Maybe you can, whatever event, whatever thing you have in your mind, you can just write that, write it, and click on the send button. Once you do that, it will take a couple of minutes and it will generate a complete app for you. Not even a minute. I think it hardly took some 30-40 seconds to do that. And if you see now in the backend, the app UI, in the backend, if you see the app is getting generated for me. So I want you guys to do the same thing. Write any description that you want and see if the app is getting generated or not. All right. And just let me know in the chat what app did you generate. I generated a registration app. What you guys are generating. So if you see over here, the complete app is there. So just write a description. And let me know in the chat what app are you generating. Still loading. Yeah, no problem. Once it is done, make sure you share. What did you generate, TTN? What app have you generated? Okay, registration app with few fields. All right, someone doing something else other than registration. Aditya, what are you building?
There's questions, sir. Can you show the keyboard again
Okay.
from
So see, you have to come to UiPath apps. Once you come over here, you can simply write the description over here, whatever you want to generate, right? So just write it over here. It need not necessarily be same as what I am writing. You can write about registration app, about a reminder app or something like that. Once you write the description, click on the send button and it will generate the app. Vayu, I hope you were able to understand and are able to do it now. Ilham, what did you generate? Guys, mention the app that you are generating. If it is registration, then just mention the registration app, or if you are trying to generate something else, do write that. Mohammed Alfito, did it generate for you as well? Yeah, but I missed the keyword. It's not necessarily that it has to be the same keywords. You can just write anything that you want. Like I said, it is just a description and an autopilot feature. Okay, Alfito, you tried something new. I tried to make a video game review form. Okay, amazing. Okay, M. Brahma, you are doing the registration form. All right. All right. So, yeah, did you guys find it interesting, right? How quickly we can generate the app? All right. Now, yeah, the app that you guys generated, right? Do you all see this entities section? And along with in entities, other than system user, there should be one more entity. Do you guys see that? Just put a quick yes in the chat. Your app that is loaded, right? Here you will see this entities section. And other than system user, you should see something else as well. Okay, I see majority of the people can see that. All right. Now let me show you one more interesting thing. Okay. Here is the preview button. Everyone on your app in the right hand side, right? Top right hand side, you will see a preview button. Just click on that. Click on the preview button and your app will load. I hope everyone was able to find the preview button in the top right corner. Now fill in the details over here. Okay. Mohammed, we will check that. Mohammed Arkan, give me a second. We'll check that. And phone number, I have to give something. University, I'll give my university name. Date of birth. And when I click on submit, okay, you have to fill in the details and click on the submit. Let me know once you have done that. Mohammed Arkan will just solve your issue in a minute. And in the meantime, if you are able to fill the details and just click on the submit button, there won't be any output on the screen, but we will just quickly check that as well. Okay, done loading previews. All right. Once it is previewed, you have filled in the details, clicked on the submit button, right? Okay. What I'll do is I'll just explain the final step that you have to do after this, and then we will take in the queries with respect to that. Once you have done that, come back over here on your app screen, click on this options button, go to data service. I'm pretty sure everyone is aware about how to navigate to data service. Okay. Click on your this button of the options, go to data service, and where is my data service? Okay. Here you will find the same entity name that you saw over here. So if I go to my app, in entities, other than system user, what did I have? Registration form. The same entity I will have over here. And if I go to the data, I'll find my data that was filled in the form. I'll just explain it through again. On the main page of your app where we were previewing the app, you will see a entity name over here. In my case, it is registration form. In your case, it can be something else. You have to find that entity in your data service. Once you click on this option, you will see the data service. And if you navigate and you see the registration form, go to the data tab, you should see the data over here. So if you see the data that I had filled in the form is visible over here. All right, awesome. The data already showed up. All right. Mohammed Arkan, can you share your screen, please? Let's see what is the issue. All right. You don't have the entity itself. Okay. Mohammed Arkan, let's do one thing. Can you go to the App Studio again? Yeah. Write the description now. Others, were you able to see your data in the data service? Just put a quick yes or successful in the chat.
Okay, and Parth, I have shared some of the
Yep.
yeah, app which you guys can relate to, right? I just took help of GPT and I just put some of these things here, right? You can just use this, and in the background, these are all your ideas. Combine it with all the stuffs, and you have the
Yep.
hackathon use cases.
Okay, why do I think you don't have it? Could not generate the entity for your app. Can you click on that options tab again?
Or you want to see whether data service is enabled or not on the tenant?
Exactly, exactly. That is what I want to check.
Can you repeat it, please?
Click on the options tab and open the data service.
Okay, wait.
Just click on that. Oh, okay, go to admin. Go to admin. Sorry. The last option. Yeah. Now
Sir,
go
and then
go to your tenant. Say default tenant is written.
go to.
Tenant on the left hand side, you can see tenant.
Okay.
Your service is the first one. Why why is it not visible over here? Okay, go back to the first option, that telecom, which is written on the left hand side. Yeah. Go to licenses. Uh, users. Mukesh, are you aware
Yeah.
about the navigation? Is it
Yeah,
changed
yeah,
or
yeah.
something?
Can you go to the default tenant, please, again? Okay, and go to the services, manage services in this tenant, right? And at the top, do you see something? Add services or manage services. There is some black patch kind of thing which
Yeah,
is coming
even
on the screen.
okay. Yeah,
What is
same
that
for.
black page? Patch something. Yeah,
Oh,
add services. Yeah, click on that add services.
I
Okay,
was
that's
trying
from
to
Zoom.
find the
Hmm.
same button.
Now click on that data services. Yeah,
Oh,
and
yes.
add. And that means that you didn't follow my steps when I was teaching the data services, right? Otherwise, we already taught you this in the second session, I guess.
Yeah, in the second
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
session. Yes.
See, now you got caught in HD.
Live
Anyways,
on the call. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So
So
yeah,
is it done,
yeah,
sir?
yeah, it is done. So now you need to go back to App Studio, write the description again, and generate the app. Just try that. In the meantime, we'll just solve someone else's issue. So why you Nufal? Can you share your screen? You mentioned that I already created a form, but it cannot be filled. Can you share your screen? And in the meantime, yeah, we'll just take one after.
I fix it, sir. It can be filled right now.
Okay, it can be filled.
Yes.
Awesome. Or even did not follow the steps in data service and you don't want to share your screen. Okay, no problem. If it is solved, then we are good. Then we have Fadila. Sir, I successfully make the project, but display so big, so it not fit the form. How to make it smaller, sir? Can you share your screen, Fadila?
Okay,
Let's
sir.
check. Yeah.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah, we can say. Yeah. All right. So, see, when you will have multiple fields, right? It is possible that on this screen, everything might not fit it. But can you click on the preview button? You will see everything properly.
Preview.
Yeah. So once you preview it, right?
Yeah, I already clicked the preview, but still not fitted.
Okay, it is not fitting. All right. Go back to your apps, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and see on the right hand side, once. Why don't I have the annotate option over here? Just give me a second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on the extreme right hand side, the style tab is open, right? Just scroll to the ends over it. Yeah,
Already
ex extreme right hand side, extreme
extreme line.
right side of your complete screen.
Oh, like
Yeah,
this?
no, more. The style tab is open, right? One second. Why don't I have the annotate? Okay, I have it. Open your app again. Now it will be more easy. Let's see what it is. What did just happen? All right. Click this. Now see, I'm indicating it. Click on this style button.
Yes, sir.
Scroll down. Scroll down over there towards the end. Yeah. Click on the size. Scroll down.
Uh,
Do one thing. Click on this thing. Click on this page over here, left hand side. Yeah. Click on that. Now go to style and scroll down.
Sorry, sir.
Go to style. Go to style tab.
Oh, go
Yeah.
to style.
Scroll down. Yeah. Scroll down. Go to size. Let's see what it is. Okay. Uh, why is thing? Click on this. I have indicated left hand side container. Click on this thing. Again, scroll down on the style tab. Style tab. Yeah. Scroll down.
And then
It is auto only, right? Click on advanced.
advanced.
All right. Let's go back to this main page. This one over here. And just unselect this.
Okay.
Now click on this.
This one.
Yeah. Make it auto. Is there an option also to do that?
No, sir.
Okay. No problem. Preview the app now. Let's preview it and see what do we see.
Okay.
Just click again on the preview. Oh,
Still not working.
all right. Just close this instance. One, two, three. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And now click on this one. Scroll down. Yeah. Yeah. Click on this.
Auto.
Click on auto. Yeah. All right. And now go back to the main page. Yeah. Scroll down. On the style tab. On the style. Yeah. Click full width. Now preview the app. So these are the properties like we have to do try and error. Click again on that. Yeah, you will you will have to just see like what are the properties where they have changed because it is an auto-generated app, right? So we have to just do the try and error. All right. In the meantime, I have one question from Mohammed Falik Adlan that I want to ask, is there any recommended website to learn prompt engineering? So I'm not 100% sure about it, Mohammed, but currently I'm doing one course from a YouTube channel that is freecodecamp.org. I think you might be aware about it. So there's a YouTube channel called as Free Code Camp, and that there is complete Gen AI and prompt engineering related course. So that is what I'm doing. So if you want, you can maybe just learn through that. All right. And in the
And
meantime,
I can give you one
yeah,
more suggestion for that prompt engineering, right? So basically what you can do is, right, whenever you write any prompt in the GPT and you have started, right, now you can ask GPT again that whatever prompt I have written as an expert prompt engineer, can you tell me what is wrong in this prompt and how I can improve it, right? Then you will get a refined prompt. And that way, whenever you write, you ask GPT again to refine the prompt. And that's what prompt engineering will actually do it for you, right? And then ask it to provide you guidelines and all, and then you create your own notes, and voila, you are a prompt engineer now.
all right, awesome. Thank you, Mukesh. And now, everyone, if you see on the screen, right, the app that Fadila has created, I think you picked a really good app as well, Fadila. So, yeah. And now, if you see, there is a drop down over here, enrollment, information status, and it already has the drop down values also auto populated. So, the autopilot is not only just creating the structure, but it is also giving you the answer for that. Like it is giving you the drop down options for that as well. All right. So I hope you were able to understand it and you were able to successfully build it. Correct? Does anyone have any questions? I'm sure I did not miss any questions.
Okay.
And
Sir,
yeah,
I'm stop share my screen, sir. Thank
yeah,
you
yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah. Please,
Okay.
please. Thank you. All right. Is anyone else facing any issue or does anyone have any questions? Yeah, Alfito. If it is about your the previous question that you asked at the start, we will cover that towards the end.
No, no, not that,
Okay.
sir. So I have other questions. So, for the app that we already created, is it possible if we use to make an what is it like sentiment analysis? Is it possible to generate it with
Right.
UiPath text?
Right. So if you remember, Mukesh had showed the OpenAI connector, right? How you can build that and how you can get put the input, you can how you can give the prompt and get the output. So what you can do is you can build the automation process that will do that in the back end. Okay. And this front end which will be there, that will be your UiPath app. So I'll just show how you can integrate a process in UiPath app. So you can pass the output, you can pass the input to your process, get the output and show that in the web. So that is what you can definitely do.
Okay, I see. So for the UiPath apps, it's basically for the generate, it's basically made you know made front end side. So for the back
Right.
end, you can do it on
You can
UiPath
create a
apps.
process. Correct, correct. And I'll also share one more video, like how Mukesh shared some tutorials yesterday. I'll share one video wherein I am explaining how to connect process and everything in very much detail. So you can learn from that as well. Yeah, I'll definitely share that towards the end of the session.
Okay, that's clear. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Alfito. All right. Does anyone have any questions? I hope you don't. Okay. So let me share my screen again. All right. Before we go ahead, just one quick vote on the chat again, if you can give it to me, is was everyone able to see their data in data services? Everyone who is doing along with me, were you able to see your data in the data services? Because We all are going to build all different apps. Whatever you have entered, whatever I have entered, whatever I have on my screen, we are all going to build different apps, but we are going to do it collectively, right? So what I do over here, you have to follow the same steps. For that, one mandatory thing that we need right now is that the data is visible in your data services. Just give me a quick vote if you can see the data in data services. Come on, let's do it quickly. I see only 6 or 7 people voting. Come on, guys. You did not have to put in any manual efforts in doing this, right? You have just written one simple English sentence. Is that what you have to do? So I should at least see 15-20 people doing it out of how many? Out of 58 people. Let's exclude the moderators and myself and Mukesh. We still have more than 50 people. Ilham, you cannot change the field type. You can do it, but for that you will have to build everything from scratch. So if you are building it from scratch, you can give whatever data type you want and you can change it to whatever you want. But right now, since we have generated through this, we cannot change the data type. So I hope that answers your question. The data is something we submit in the field. Yes, Aditya, that is correct. All right. Okay. All right. So now I hope everyone is on this screen where we have filled the data, right? Now what we are going to do is the data that we submit over here, right? At some point of time, I also want to view that data, whatever has been submitted till now. Is that correct? Whatever data that you have submitted in your registration form uh, or in any form, at a point of time, you also want to view that data. So now what we are going to do is whatever data that you submit in these forms that comes in the data service, we are going to view that data in our app as well. All right, so let's do that. Everyone, I want your attention on my screen. Just don't do anything on your screen. Just watch what I'm doing and then you can follow the same steps. Okay. So over here in this app, there is this drop down. Okay. I want everyone to follow the same steps. Okay. On this drop down, when you click on the drop down, there is an option called as page, add to the app. Don't click on add control. Click on this drop down. There is a page option. You have to click that page option. There will be a blank page. Okay. The very first option, you just have to click on select. Once you do that, a new page should appear over here. Just see the steps that I'm doing it again. Click on this drop down button. Click on the page option. A blank page will be there. You just have to click on select. Once you do that, a new page with complete blank canvas will be created. Now just follow the same steps on your machine. This is the drop down icon that you have to click. I have highlighted on my screen. Click this particular button. And then you will see a page option. And then you have to click on that. This is the page option that you have to click. Once you have created a new page, just give me a quick vote in the chat. Done. So Risky has done it. Others, come on, let's do it quickly. All right. Good to know that everyone is able to. All right. So now I will just erase all this drawings that I'm doing. All right. Now I'm on my new page again. All right. Have a quick look on my screen again, what I'm doing. This new page that I've created, right? I'm going to click it and I'm going to click on this options page and I'm going to rename view details page is the name that I'm going to give. Okay. So you have to click on this, click on the rename option. Click on that page. click on the three options button that we have. Rename it to view details page. That is what you have to do. It's pretty straightforward. All right. Once the rename is done, right? Now what I want to do is I want to give a header. Okay. Now you have to click on this add control button again. Have a look on my screen and then you can later follow the steps. Click on the add control button. All the different types of control will be available. For now, I'm just explaining something so you don't have to do the same steps. You can just look at my screen. Now, if you see, our app generated and use certain type of controls, but what all you can give? You can give buttons, checkboxes. You can write your own custom HTML, date picker, drop down, file uploader, radio buttons, text boxes, and there are many things that you can add, right? But right now, what I have to do is I just have to add the header. So I'm going to, you have to click on this view details page, add control. In display, you will have an option as header. So you just drag and drop it. Click on add control, go to the display tab. You will have the header, drag and drop it over here. Once you have done that, just put a quick vote in the chat. Let's go slow. Let's go one step at a time so that you guys understand it and don't miss it. Okay. Okay. Now let's give this some meaningful text. Okay. So now if you see on the right hand side, all right, over here on the right hand side of my page, I have this header text. I'm going to click on this. So once I just click on this, right, just click on this header text, this will open. You have to keep the double quotes as it is and change the text. View registered users is how I'm going to change it. Once I click on save, you see the text is changed over here. All right. So on the right hand side, click on the header text that you have over here. Once you click that, this will open. In the double quotes, just change it. Let me know once you have done that. Awesome. Now we will go to the style tab. This is one of my favorite tab where we get to do a lot of play around with the text that we are doing, right? So when you click on the style tab, make sure you have selected this, right? So that should be highlighted in red color. Go to the style tab and you can just explore these properties, right? If you see there are style heading that you can change one, then you can make it bold. You can change the color if you want to. I'm going to, red does not look good. I'm going to put a blue color on my text. Okay. So in the style tab, you can just explore these properties. You can just change anything that you want, right? Not necessarily you have to do that, but you can just play around with it, put some color, change some font styles if you want to. Oh, this is very weird. It was good with this one. All right. Now in the style tab, if you see at the very top, there is this center option. Okay. If I click on that, the text will be displayed in the very center of my page. So I want it to be on the center of my page. So what I've done, I changed the color, made it bold, and added the center property to it. Once you have done this, center property is something that you have to do momentarily along with me so that our UI looks good. Once you have done this, just let me know. Awesome. Let's see if others are able to do it. If you are facing any issue, just let me know. All right, I see only few people have responded. Others who were doing the previous steps, have you styled your header and are we on the same page? Ready, sir. Vayu is Dawn. He just mentioned Dawn. All right. Now let's do the next thing. In the display tab only, right? If it is closed, right? If this tab is closed, just click on add control again. And in display, you should see something as table. If you scroll down, there should be something as table. Just drag and drop it over. Click on add control, go to display tab. You should see table over here. Just drag and drop it over here in your canvas. Is it done? I'll just have a quick look at the chat. All right, awesome. So I'm just hoping everyone has drag and drop it. All right, now if you see, when you select this particular table, go to the general tab. Okay, go to the general tab and you will see something as data source. Correct. Now, what my data source is? My data source is going to be my data service entity, which is having all the data. Correct. The entity that we have created where it is storing my data, I want to map that to this particular table. Now, what I will do is I'll select the table, go to the general tab. In this, you will see something called as these three options. Okay. Data source, click on these three options and you have to select query builder. Okay, just remember the steps what I'm doing. Select the table, go to the general tab. In data source, you will something have as query builder, open that. In this drop down, you will see select source and you have to select the first one. It can be registration form, it can be anything else in your screen. Don't select system user, select the other one that you have. Once you select that, just click on the save button. That's it, nothing else. I'm going to do that again. Click on this in general tab, go to query builder, select your entity over here and then click on the save button. That's it, nothing else. Let me know once you have successfully mapped it in the chat. You can just write mapped. Awesome. Awesome. Amazing, guys. I like when everyone quickly responds within that same minute, right? It is really good. All right. Now, okay. I'll just ask a question. Let's see if someone is able to tell me what's my next step going to be. Okay. What is something that you don't like in this table as of now? What is something that you don't like? If you want to unmute, you can unmute yourself or you can just, it's arranged alphabetically. That is correct. What I wanted to highlight, Augustine, you have highlighted it correctly. Though it is, alphabetically arranged, but I don't want that actually. I want my name to be first, then I want my email to be first, then phone number, university, and like that. How can I shuffle it? Select the table. In general tab, you have the columns over here, right? From here, you can shuffle. Make sure you don't delete it. Before that, there is this shuffle button. So drag and drop it. Full name, email, phone number, university, date of birth, and location. So that is how I wanted to rearrange it. If you want to do it, that's okay. If you don't want to do it, that's still okay. All right. So you can leave it as is. I hope everyone has done till this part. Okay. Has everyone done this? Rearranging and mapping, anyone facing any issues? All right. So I see no issues. Okay. Now we will go back to our registration form page. In your case, whatever it is, just go back to that page. Okay. wherever your form is, right, in your app, you just have to go to that particular page. Now, let's add one button over here. Okay, so you are on your registration form page. In your case, it can be something else as well. Click on add control. Okay, now you have to go to input tab, drag a button and put it above registration form like this. Go to your registration form page, click on add control. In input, you will find the button. Drag and drop the button above your registration form. Quick chat update, please, if you have added the button. Make sure you are adding the button on the page where your form fields are, right? So select that page, click on add control. In input, there is button, drag and drop the button. Okay. You can put added, done, anything. Let's have a quick vote because I see we have 28 minutes before we take the break. So in that time, I want to complete this use case that we are doing it right now. All right, awesome. Now everyone, back to my screen. You don't have to do anything for now. Just see the steps that I am doing and then you can follow the same. Now you select your this button. Okay, you click on this. In the general tab, you change the text of it. So you know how to change the text. Select the button. Here you will see the text button. Click on that and view registered details is what I'm going to change it. So just change the text of your button. View registered details. Once you have changed it, just write changed in the chat. All right, awesome. Yeah. Now, what I want to do is when the user clicks this particular button, I want to open my view details page that I have created. Okay. So what I'll do is I will create an event now. So if you see when you have selected the button, we already used the general tab. We used the style tab. Now there is this events tab. So select the button, click on the events tab and click on this create rule. Once you do that, this kind of page will open. Select the button, click on the events page, click on the create rule. Once you are over here, you should see the third option, open a page. Okay, let me do it again. Select the button, go to events tab, click on add rule over here. Rule added, click on this plus icon. You should see open page, add that over here. Once you have done this, just put in the chat added. Awesome. Now, what page to open? So I have to simply specify the page to open. If you click on this, three options, what page to open, pages, and you have to select the view details page. As simple as that. Click on this options, pages, view details page. Once that is added, you can just click on close. So in rule that you have added of open page, you have to select what page to open, click on this, pages, and you have to select the view details page. Okay. I hope everyone has selected and added that. Come on, a quick vote in the chat if you have successfully mapped the page to your activity. Done, added, map, anything works. Just put a quick update in the chat. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Okay. So now I'll stop my screen sharing because since everyone is doing it. All right. Felicia FND, why don't you share your screen? Let's see what you have built and we'll just test it from your screen. Rama, you are laughing. I can see you. The next person who is going to share screen is going to be you. Okay. Yeah. If it seemed like me, no problem. I want to see how similar things look on different screens. So you can share your screen. All right. Awesome. Okay. Let's preview the app, Felency. Click on the preview button. Yep. Everyone, you also have to preview the app. Not only Felicia will preview it. And can you maximize your Chrome screen, please? Yeah. Just fill in some details over here and click on the submit button. Now, once you have submitted, we'll put something interesting over here as well. Yeah, click on view registered details. So now if you see, Felicia had entered the data previously as well when I was testing and she entered it again. And now if you see, both the data are available over here. So this is how you can show the registered details as well in your app, linking it through a UiPath data service. All right. Okay.
Sure. How about if I want to a back button? Is it have
we
to
can we
drag
can
and
add
drop
that as well.
button?
So that is the task that you guys have to do. Once this page is open, right, you can have a button called as back, and when that button is clicked, you have to create an event, open page, main page. So then it will go back to the main page. So just
I see.
yeah, you can do that. Just add the button like how we did. Go to event, create an open page event, and then select the page as main page. It will redirect you back to that screen. Okay. And
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
you can stop sharing your screen. Did you enjoy building this use case, Felicia?
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Now my favorite student, M. Rama. Let's see your screen. Oh, even you can see it. You have written that view registered user as a danger word. It's red color and bold. It looks like you are giving some warning. Okay, M. Rama, let's do one thing. The suggestion Felicia gave, right? Let's try to add that back button. Can you go to your view details page in the app?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Add a button over here at the top. Yep. That should be perfect. No, scroll it little down. Yeah. Just rename the button. Give it home page or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Now, what do we have to do is create an event. Okay. Awesome. Create rule. Amazing. Now let's preview the app. Now don't submit the data. Just directly go to the view details page. Okay. Because we already have some data to be. So now if you see, we are on view details page, and if he clicks back,
Okay,
we will
sir.
be back to the home page. So that is how you can navigate between the pages. All right. And see, that was very quick, right? Once you understood the step, how to do it, it's like just replicating the same things on the other pages as well. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Emrama. You can stop sharing your screen.
Okay, sir.
Anyone who has built something other than registration app, does it have to be main page or you can choose the registration form page to the back button? It has to be main page, Aditya, because we have mapped the pages in that way that the form will be visible on the main. So it has to be the main page. I made a captcha like this. Yeah, please share your screen, Aditya. Let's see some interesting use cases. Let's see what you have. And I just forgot who had that page whose issue I was solving. You guys have added so much comments here. Aditya, in the meantime, if you can share your screen, I'll just try to. Yeah, it was Fadila. Okay, Fadila, maybe you can share your screen later after Aditya because you had a different use case, right? About the form. So we'll just have a look at that as well. What is your main page? Can you go to main page? Okay, guess what? Awesome. Let's preview it. What do you have in the image? Do you have anything over there? Aditya, you are on mute. You are speaking something.
For the image, I still don't know how to put a
Okay.
random image for it.
Okay. You might not be able to put a random image completely, but okay, we'll see how we can build this. We'll see. We'll try to see. Let me think of an use case in the break. If I can think of something instantly where we can build a captcha in UiPath app, we'll try to do that. But yeah, you picked a good use case. It's a good one. We can definitely add this as well. Yeah, Aditya, thank you. Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen, Aditya. And Fadila, if you can share your screen.
All right, sir. Wait a minute.
Yep. And after Fadila, is there anyone who wants to voluntarily present it and not want me to take their names or ask? If there's someone who wants to present voluntarily, please put it in the chat and yeah. All right. So let's
Okay.
do one thing as well, Fadila. We'll see. Yeah. Why have you added login text at the top?
So uh I want to make this is for the registration, but if someone already have the account, so they just go to log in. But if they want to registration,
Okay.
they click submit and then like this.
Okay, that is amazing. Oh, you built a complete new page, registration successful. This is what I was going to explain now, that you can create a successful page as well, but you already did it. That
Oh,
is
sorry,
amazing.
sorry.
No problem. But that is really good. See, this is what I expect, right?
Okay.
When myself or Mukesh, we are explaining you have to use a particular product, we want you all to also be creative in thinking about the use cases and how you can do it. So you have done it. Let's do it in other. Okay. So now, since you have already done it, let me pick someone else to share their screen
Okay.
again, and we will build it on their screen. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Let's go back to Mr. M. Rama.
Yes, sir.
All right, share your screen and we'll build one interesting. So Fadila, we are going to do something different now. You created a complete page. I'm just going to show how we can create a pop-up message as well. Okay. So maybe you can implement that in your further pages that you build. All right. Let's go to the registration form page. Yeah. All right. So everyone just have a look on this screen. Okay. So now what we are going to do is when we click the submit button, right? We are not sure if the data was submitted or not. We did not understand it, right? So that is something that is missing. If it is successfully submitted, there should be some pop-up message that, okay, the data has been submitted successfully. So now let's do that. Click on the submit button, go to events, and then there is edit route. If you see, when you click on submit button, events, there is an option called as edit route. Can you click on edit rule? All right. You should be on this screen. Okay, just everyone give me a quick vote in the chat if you are on this same screen. You have to click the submit button. You have to go to edit rule and you have to be on this screen. Yeah. Others, I see only update from Alfito and Felicia. Others, are you on the same screen? On your registration form page, you have to go to submit button, go to events and click on edit. Don't close it. Okay. Now, if you see, there is this create entity record, and then we have when created. That means when it is successfully created, let's show a pop-up message. So just click on when created. Can you click on start typing? And you should see a show message control. The second one, show message. Just select that. You have to do two things over here. Change the title, change the message, and then there is type as well. So can you click on title? Just write successful. Just change it to successful. Everyone start following the same steps, please. Yeah, you can click save. So what we did, we clicked the submit button, we went to events, we clicked on edit rule, we are on create entity record, then we have show message, we change the title to successful, and now we will change the message as well. Can you change the message, please? Just write, your data has been submitted successfully. All right. Okay, now you can click on close, preview the app, and try to submit the data. Everyone else start doing the same thing, preview the app, submit the data, and now you should see a pop-up message as well. And if anyone did not follow or has any questions, please feel free to ask it in the chat right. Okay, TTN, just give me a second. I'll just use Rama's screen only to solve your that issue. Rama was born on 15 September 2024 and is already learning RPA. Okay. Okay. So did you see that successful message popped up, right? So now that is for more better user experience when someone is building it. All right. Can you go to your app again, Rama? And Titian, this is for you if you can follow the same steps. Just click on main page. Yeah. And now click on that options button that you have, the three dots. No, no. Right over here. Right over here you will have. See, I have highlighted left hand side, left hand side. I've done the red color mark. Bring your cursor to here. Click on that. And if you see your TTN, you will get an option as set as start page. Just select that. He is not having it because he already has this as the start page. You will have here set as a start page. So just click on that. Just be on that same screen, Rama. Let me know, TTN, if you are able to do it. Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen. And TTN, if you can share your set a start page. Yes, that is correct, Mohammed. But that should have not got changed at the first place because I did not explain any that kind of changes that you have to do. Okay, just share your screen TTN and we can have a look at it. If you don't have that option because you already are doing it correctly. Okay, and just click on the preview button. Okay. Go back to main page. All right. Uh, Click on this over here. Click on this page. Yeah. Set a start page. All right. One second. Go to this events page. Go to this events button on the right hand side. Right hand side. No, 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 no. Of the main page only. Of the main. Download if you don't have anything. Uh, Click on this again. Click on edit rule. See, okay, TTN, let me explain the mistake that you have done over here, right? We had to open the page on click of this button. Is that correct? But what you did, you configured the rule on page load. So when the registration page loads, it will directly open that view. Now, if you can click on this edit rule, delete this. Click on this and delete it. Click on close. Now preview. And here's the magic. So what you did, TTN, you configured the property on page load. So whenever the page loads, it will open that page. That is what the mistake you. All right, you can stop sharing your screen.
Oh, yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. All right, thank you. And all right, guys. So how was the session? Did you all find it interesting? Were you able to build something useful? Right? Anyone wants to give any feedback? Anyone wants to write anything in the chat? Please feel free to do that. Very useful. Thank you, Alfito. It looks like Figma. Yes. So Figma, you basically create your user experience designs that you want to create, right? And then, so what can be done, right? And I believe this can be one of the future updates in UiPath apps is that you create your Figma files, Mohammed Falik. This is with respect to Mohammed Falik comment that I'm talking. You create your Figma files, you upload in UiPath apps where we were having that autopilot feature, and then it will create the app for you. So that is what I'm expecting, that there could be a feature like that in future. Aditya, actually kind of easy if you know how to do it. Yeah. That is why me and Mukesh are over here to teach you how to do it, right? So yes, like Power App and easy way, and definitely. Now I'll think in the break what we can do after the breaks. I'll just think of some interesting use case. Can we edit and delete the data? Yes, you can do it. That will be little complex for you if I explain it right now, because there are other properties and other controls of UiPath apps that you have to understand to edit and delete the data, right? So we'll just try to see how we can do that, and we will build that. Okay. Uh, that was with respect to Muhammad Arkan, your question. All right, then. Yeah, I think I'll just pass it back to moderators and you can have 5 minutes more break along with the break that you are going to get. So, Arinda, over to you.
Okay, then. Thank you for the first 90-minute training part. Now we'll have our 35 break. You can stay here on Zoom, or if you want to leave the Zoom, that's all right. But we expect you to rejoin us here at 3 p.m. sharp. Make sure you don't late, and see you in 35 minutes. Bye.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. We'll be break in 30 minutes.
Tak sadar ku temukan wanita rupawan yang sadarkan dia seorang tiada lain tiada bukan hanya dia. Dia buatku nyaman dalam hangat pelukan. Dia perasa yang mengerti yang ku rasa hanya dia. Kan ku arungi 7 laut samudra, kan ku daki pegunungan Himalaya. Apapun kan ku lakukan untuk dirimu sayang, oh penjaga hati. Kau dan aku sempurna, semoga ada cara untuk terus bersama. Selalu ku tunggu, tak mau berlalu, kau dan aku. Kan ku arungi 7 laut samudra, kan ku daki pegunungan Himalaya. Apapun kan ku lakukan untuk dirimu sayang, oh penjaga hatiku. Kan ku arungi 7 laut samudra, kan ku daki pegunungan Himalaya. Apapun kan ku lakukan untuk dirimu sayang, oh penjaga hatiku. Oh, karena bersamamu semua terasa indah. Gundah gulana hatiku telah hancur sirna. Janjiku takkan ku lepas wahai kau bidadariku dari surga untuk selamanya. Untuk selamanya. Untuk selamanya. work and the weather. Your guard is up, and I know why. Because the last time you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind. You gave me roses, and I left them there to die. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time. It turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you, wishing I'd realized what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and make it alright. I go back to December all the time. These days I haven't been sleeping, staying up, playing back myself, leaving when your birthday passed and I didn't call. And I think about summer, all the beautiful times I watched you laughing from the passenger side, and realized I loved you in the fall. And then the cold came, the dark days when fear crept into my mind. You gave me all your love, and all I gave you was goodbye. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time. It turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you, wishing I'd realized what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and change my own mind. I go back to December all the time. I miss your tan skin, your sweet smile, so good to me, so right. And how you held me in your arms that September night, first time you ever saw me cry. I go back in time and change it, but I can't. So if the chain is on your door, I understand. But this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December. It turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you, wishing I'd realized what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and make it alright. I go back to December, turn around and change my own mind. I go back to December. to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. One step closer. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day. And I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. And maybe it's all part of fortune. Some people live for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. I've been there before, and that life's support full of superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. It ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything. Everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people search for a fountain, promises forever young. Some people need 3,000 roses, and that's the only way to prove you love them. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. I've been there before, and that life's support full of superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. It ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything. Everything means nothing if I ain't got you.
I could say I never dare to think about you in that way, but I would be lying. And I pretend I'm happy for you when you find some dude to take home. But I won't deny that in the midst of the crowds and the shapes in the clouds, I don't see nobody but you. In my rose-tinted dreams, wrinkled silk on my sheets, I don't see nobody but you. Boy, you got me hooked out to something. Who could say that they saw us coming? Tell me, do you feel the love? Spend a summer or a lifetime with me. Let me take you to the place of your dreams. Tell me, do you feel the love? I could say I never unzipped those blue Levi's inside my head, but that's far from the truth. Don't know what's come over me. It seems like yesterday when I said we'll be friends forever. Her constellations of stars, mules on city walls. I don't see nobody but you. You're my vice, you're my muse, you're a 19th floor view. I don't see nobody but you. Boy, got me hooked onto something. Who could say that they saw us coming? Tell me, do you feel that love? Spend a summer or a lifetime with me. Let me take you to the place of your dreams. Tell me, do you feel that love? Boy, you got me hooked onto something. Who could say that they saw us coming? Tell me, do you feel that love? Spend a summer or a lifetime with me. Let me take you to the place of your dreams. Tell me, do you feel that love? Do you feel the 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 love?
My feet are aching, and your back is pretty tired. And we've drunk a couple bottles, babe, and set our grief aside. The papers say it's doomsday. The button has been pressed. We're gonna nuke each other up, boys, till old Satan stands impressed. And here it is, our final night alive, as the earth burns to the ground. Oh girl, it's you that are alive, as the earth burns again. Oh, that is you. I watch you live as the world caves in. You put your finest suit on, I paint my fingernails. Oh, we're going out in style, babe, and everything's on sale. We creep up on extinction, I pull your arms right in. I'll weep and say goodnight, love, while my organs pack it in. And here it is, our final night alive. And as the earth burns to the ground, oh girl, it's you that are alive, as the earth burns again. Oh, that is you. I watch you live as the world caves in.
Most beautiful, most beautiful, most beautiful, most beautiful. Everything changes. I'm captivated. I'll never be the
She's my camellia, shelter from media, healthier than expected. That's how she grew up, trying to be self-made. Got that she's unaware. One of these hours go to waste. Depend on the battle, maybe you're better than liquor. Acting like I always knew her. She's my camellia, your love is so universal, keeping me company. Baby, your honesty, not in the harmony. Tell me, love, how do you do it? Never once thought I would lose you. And when you're having a hard time, let me know, baby, let me know. You're the only friend that I have, that I know I can trust, that I know I can love. Yeah, she's my camellia, shelter from media, healthier than expected.
Okay. Hmm. Already 3 p.m. We'll start again. Make sure your camera is already on and your focus already with us. And then part, maybe you can continue the session. Thank you.
Sure, Arvinder, thank you. Right. Just give me a second. All right, let's give it a minute more for people to join in, and I think then we can get started. In the meantime, does anyone have any questions, anything that you want to ask, anything that you want to understand? All right, guys. Okay, I see no questions coming in chat. Okay. All right, so let's get started. And I think there was one of the question. I'm not sure who had asked it, but they wanted to know if we can do the sentiment analysis thing, right? If we can perform the sentiment analysis thing in UiPath. Okay, so let me show you not the same use case, but something similar so that you understand when you want to do it in actual scenario, how you can do it. Okay, so we are going to do that. Let me share my screen. All right. Also, let me show you how we can. Sir, I want to ask how to make text box required so that we. Okay. Good question. So the question is from Fadila. She's asking how to make a text box required to fill so we can't submit if the text box is empty. Now, if you click on any text box, right, in the registration form page, if you click on this text box, in general, you will have this property required. So you have to set this particular value to true. If you set this to true, then you will have to mentorily fill that data. It is required true. If you make it false, then it is not a required data, right? So that is how you can configure the property for data. I hope that answers your question. Okay. All right. Is App Studio free? How about Resource Link? Currently, it is free, Farhan, But if you want to develop public apps where you can share the URL with someone and they can use the app or they can access it and submit the data, that all requires licensing. For the learning purposes and whatever we are doing right now, it is free. There is no resource limit. But if you want to share the app, then you need enterprise license. You cannot do it without that. So yeah. Okay. So now what we are going to do. Okay. What we will do is now in the previous app, when the data is submitted, we are adding that in a data service. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that data in an Excel file. Okay, so for that, I'm going to create a studio process. We will do that shortly. Okay, so in that, it will help you understand that if you want to take some input from the app, pass it to your bot, and then again send the output to that particular app that the user is running. Okay, so we are going to learn that. Is it clear what we are going to learn now? If I can get a quick vote, we are going to take the data from app. We are going to write the data into an Excel file using a process, UiPath process, and then maybe send an output to UiPath apps again. Okay, so let's do that. For that, everyone just open your UiPath Studio, please. So the submit data exported in Excel, that is correct. Everyone open your UiPath Studio and create a new process. Right, you need to click on the very first option that you see, new project process, and just name it registration app. Okay, and click on create. Click on process, give it the name registration app, and create the process. Give me a quick vote in the chat if you have created the process successfully and open main workflow. This is the screen that you should have, what I have, right? Everyone create a process in their UiPath Studio. Okay, files are still loading. Created it, yeah. Mohammed, okay. All right. Okay, I see only 10 people giving me an update. Others, are you doing it? Not doing it? Are you lazy after having your lunch or something like that? Come on, guys, keep the same energy. It's only last 90 minutes that you have to deal with me. After that, you will be free. So, okay, let's go ahead. Now, just remember one thing. Whenever, okay, let me open. Now, in your UiPath Studio process, you have to remember these two things. When you want to pass some data from your app to your process, it should be an in argument. Okay. And when you want to pass some data from your process to your app, it should be out argument. All right. So just understand this correctly. I'm going to repeat it again. And if you have any questions in understanding this, please ask right now, because the further explanations that is going to go will be highly dependent on this. Okay. So when you want to pass some data from your app to your process, it should be in argument. When you want to pass some data from your process to your app, it should be out argument. All right. Does anyone have any questions over here? Okay, that's a very good question. We'll come to what argument is. We are going to create a workflow. Yes, Ilham, we are going to create a workflow. Mohammed, I think in the first session I had explained what are argument, but no problem. We will do it again. That's okay. But have you guys understood this, or have you guys? I think if you can just remember it, then just remember it. From app to process, in argument. From process to app, at out argument. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Now, when we created the process on the very first day, here is the arguments tab. Arguments are basically variables only that are used to pass the data. Let's keep it as straightforward as that. Okay. Arguments are something that is used to pass the data. All right. Is that clear now? Falik, is that clear? Okay. Awesome. So now what you have to do is what data I want to pass from my app to my process. Okay. There are 6 fields. If you see over here, there are 6 fields: full name, email, phone number, university, location, and date of birth. All right. Let me do one thing. Let's just simplify it because now every one of us have different app, right? So that will be a little complex. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's create a complete new app. Okay. So everyone do this step along with me because now I want everyone to be on the same page. What I will refer, what I will link, you have to do the same thing. Okay. Everyone back to your app studio. All right. Just right over here, create a registration form with fields, name, email, and phone number. That's it. I'm going to send this in the chat as well. All right. Just copy this, click on send, and it shall create a form only with 3 fields. Everyone just create a new app quickly. Name, email, and phone number, only 3 fields. Everyone should have the same thing that I have on my screen. Once you have it, just give me a quick vote in the chat. Okay, then I see. Aditya, let me know once it is generated. Aditya, Mohammed, Arkan, both of you, because you just mentioned still in process. Just give me a quick vote if it is done. Okay, Mohammed Arkan also done. All right. So now we all have the same app because we want to just learn something that, and I want everyone to be aligned with me. That is the reason we are not using different app, but then you can later build it in your previous app as well. Now, everyone back to your UiPath Studio process. In arguments, just create 3 arguments: in underscore name, and you make sure you just add the same name, in underscore email, in underscore phone number. In your UiPath Studio process, make sure your main workflow is open and that you create in arguments. Again, not in variables, in arguments. The direction should be in and the name should be same. In underscore name, in underscore email, in underscore phone number. Once you have done it, give me a quick vote in the chat. Three arguments you have to create in your process: in underscore name, in underscore email, in underscore phone number. All right. Can anyone quickly tell me what is a data table? If you can unmute yourself and tell it, it will be more better. Just explain me in maybe in one line or something, what is a data table? All right. I think you guys like when I pick people to give the answer. Can anyone explain me what is a data table?
A table that shows data.
Interesting answer. You just explain me both the words individually. Table that shows data.
Yeah, I mean,
Who
that's
answered it?
easy.
Who answered it? Aditya. Okay.
It's Aditya, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me explain it again. Whenever you are working with Excel file, okay, we know there are different types of variables: string, integer, boolean, all of that. But whenever you are working with Excel files, you will store the data in a variable type or argument type as data table. Data table is basically collection of rows and columns. Is that clear now? Data table is a collection of rows and columns. As simple as that. There is no complex definition to it, but now I hope everyone remembers. All right. So now we want to write the data into Excel file, right? So we obviously need to build the data table. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, from your project, go to activities panel, search over here, build data table, drag and drop this. Okay, use a build data table activity and drag and drop. And again, just give me a quick update on the chat. Now, this you see, right? This button, which is the data table button, just click on that and this particular window should open. Click on this button, this data table button, click on that, this should open, and just remove everything out of this. Just click on close and you can just remove. It should be like empty like this. If I open it again, just cancel all the existing columns which are there. And you should see the same screen that I have right now. We need to add 3 columns over here. Okay, how many columns? 3 columns we have to add. I'm going to click on this plus sign. First column name. Click on this plus sign. Email. Don't change anything else. Third, click on phone number. Just take 3 things. Create 3 columns. Click on first. You have to remove everything by clicking this cross, and then just add 3 columns. Let them be string only: name, email, and phone number. Just do this and let me know once you have done. If you are confused or you missed what I did, please let me know. I think I should call you guys chat bots because you are updating it in the chat like bots. Like everyone is doing done, 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 done. It's coming in such a speed. It seems like I'm asking a bot to reply to me. So now I'm going to say chatbots update. So then you have to update. It seems like the YouTube chatbots that we have, right? When someone is streaming or something like that, it looks like that. So now I'm going to say chatbots update. Okay, so I see everyone has done it. And now, okay, you should have only one empty row, right? So just click on this cross sign as well. There were 2 empty rows. You should have only one empty rows and then click on OK. So you have to do that. I'm going to repeat it one more time what we did, and then you can just let me know if you have. Then you can not update, but if you have not done it, then just do it. Okay. So click on this data table button. You should have 3 columns over here: name, email, phone number, and here you should only have one empty row. Now click on OK. Right. Now we created a data table. I have to obviously what type of data type for phone? Yes, we will keep it as string only. Why? Because see the number of phone number digits, right? It can differ. In India, it is 10 digits. Somewhere it can be different. Else it can be 9 digits or it can be 12 digits or something like that. So what we don't want is if it takes it as integer and that goes out of the bound for integer, then we don't want to have that issue. So we'll just store it as a string only. I hope that answers your question. All right. Now what we will do is we will create a variable. Okay. So let's go to variable panel. Okay. Click on your build data table, this thing, go to variable panels and create a variable dt data. Okay. Create a variable dt data. Let me know once you have done it, chatbots. Awesome. Okay. Now just click on this build data table again. Go to your properties panel. You should see like this output data table. If you don't see properties panel, it should be either on this right hand side or below here at the bottom. So either of the two places it should be there. Okay, on the right hand side, I hope everyone is over here. Click on this. Okay, then use the shortcut control space. Just do control space and the very first one should be your dt data. In the output, click on build data table. In properties panel, in output, you should have data table like this. Here you have to click control space and you will get your variable. Chatbots, please update map if you have done it. Okay. Okay, my bad. What you need to do is where you created the variable, right? Change this variable type to data table. I'm sorry for that. Go back to your variables panel. The variable that you created, select this and change the variable type from string to data table. Now, once you do that, you should see no errors. Yeah. Alif Tariq. Yes, we can use Control plus K to create the variable, but that is when you are clicking there and creating the variable. If you have already created it and you want to map it, then the shortcut is Control space. If you have not created it, then the shortcut is Control K. But if it is already created, then the shortcut is Control space. Okay. I think everyone has successfully mapped it. Is there anyone still facing any issue or having any problem with that? Give me a quick update, please. Okay, so I see all the chatbots are ready with the data map. Now go back to your activities panel and search for add data row. That you should drag after your build data table. Obviously, we have built the data table. Now we have to add the data in that. So we are going to use add data table activity, add data row activity. And then in data table, the third option which is there you again do control space and put dt data. Okay, just let me know done in the chat. If you have dragged and dropped the add data row activity and in the third option data table control space you have added it. Okay, now in the first column, now what we have to do is we specified that okay, I want to add a row in this data table, but what if what data I want to add, right? That is something that I have to specify. Now we will specify that data. We created three arguments in name, email, and phone number. Over here in the first tab in array row, put the curly brackets, do control space in underscore name, comma, in underscore email, comma, in underscore phone number. You have to do control space. Your variable names will automatically come. So in array row, give curly brackets in underscore. If you type in underscore, you will get that control space name, comma, email, comma, phone number. Just complete this and update me, chatbots. Once you have done that, just click anywhere on the screen and then you should see no errors. So if you are following the steps, you should see no errors. All right. So I hope everyone is over here. Now what we are going to use it. See, now there are two things over here. Okay, I'm just already explaining it so that there will obviously be questions about it. So I'm just explaining. Right now, what we are going to do is we are going to take this data and write into an Excel file. So if you run it one time, it will write the data in the Excel file. If you run it another time, it will overwrite the data. Okay. Now you might say that how will I build an automation in a way that it does not overwrite the data? Okay. And it just appends the row one after the other. That we will see in the interest of time. If we will be able to do it, then we will add that particular logic as well. But for now, we will just write the data and it will overwrite the Excel file again and again. Okay. Because we want to see that we are able to complete the complete app linking and everything as well. So for now, we will, not get into the other part as well. So now just search for right range workbook. Everyone should drag and drop this over here. Right range workbook should be your activity after add data row. And give me an update, chatbots. Someone started using the bot emoji in the chat. No reply. Who was it? Let's check. Okay, Maulana Surya. Good one. Okay. Bot says done. Oh, you automated the chat as well. Okay. All right. Now let's do one thing. Just take any one complete path of your folder. Okay. I'm going to take path of my documents folder. We want any one complete path that we can take like this. See user documents. You can take any path, copy that and paste it over here in double quotes like this. How I have done. You can take any folder, but make sure it has the complete path, like not just the folder name, but it has from C user, whatever your username is and documents, or you can take the same path as well. Anything is fine. And at the end of it, just write like this data.xlsx. If you see what I've done, I did this slash and data.xlsx is what you have to do. Okay. Let me know once you have copied a folder path and added this data.xlsx. Give me an update in the chat. And everyone is enjoying this chatbot thing. I think now Alpita also started using the bot emoji. Good guys, good one. Vayu, what does the bot say now? Is it done? I hope I'm pronouncing the names correctly. If not, then I'll just not yet. Okay. Yeah. Everyone just do this thing and whoever is facing an issue, make sure the data should be in double quotes because it is a static data. It is not dynamic, so it will remain the same. You are pronouncing our names correctly. Thank you. In the sheet name, in double quotes, you can just write output, and here you can give DT data or data table. So these are the other two properties that you have to configure. First is the file name, second is the sheet name we give, and third is the data. Okay, so all the bots who have configured all the three properties, just give me update in the chat. Yes, Aditya, please feel free to unmute yourself.
There's an error that says value for required activity argument data table was not supplied.
Did
Value
you add
for
the third property?
the what? Sorry?
In right range workbook, we provided the file name, we provided the sheet name, and then you here have to do control space and provide the variable that we created.
Oh, I see. I forgot to add that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no problem. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all right. No. And also, you no need to call me sir. You can just say thank you, Parth, or you can just say thank you. Okay, sir just seems like it's. I'm not sir. You can just call me Parth. Okay, that should be fine. All right. So I hope everyone has successfully configured the right range workbook as well. Now, what we are going to do is we will publish this process to UiPath Orchestrator. Remember, I had mentioned that there are three important things. UiPath Studio to build the automation, Orchestrator to manage the automation, robots to run the automation. All right. So now what we are going to do is we are going to publish this. So just click on this publish button. At the very top, you should see this publish button. You have to click on that. Something like this screen will appear. Just click on next. Here, after the first one, the next year you have to select your personal workspace field. Okay, if it will be tenant, then in the drop down, just select the personal workspace field in the second tab. Then next again and just publish. Publish is at the very top of your UiPath screen, and you should see something like this: publish successfully. So bots who have published successfully, just put it in the chat, published. Awesome. Amazing, guys, amazing. Could you repeat again, sir? Sure, Alfie. So here you see the publish button, right? At the very top, you have to click on that button. This screen will appear. Just click on next. And when publish to option comes, right? Just select the personal workspace field. It might be possible that the tenant is selected by default, but don't use tenant. Use orchestrator personal workspace field. Once you do that, again click on next and then click on the publish button. That's it. Let me know if you still face any issue. Okay, done. Awesome. Now everyone come back on your this particular screen, the app screen that we were. Just get back on that screen. Again, company. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now once you are on the screen, right, click on this options button in the top left and right click and open the orchestrator in new tab. You have to click this options tab and open this orchestrator in new tab. Just leave your app as it is and open it in a new tab, and you should see this particular screen once you open it in the new tab. Give me 1 second. You don't have to do whatever I'm doing. You can just skip that. If I feel the need of you guys doing it as well, I'll just let you know. Okay. So can everyone see the registration app in their My Workspace? In your My Workspace, go to this process. You should probably have only one. If you click on this, you should see the registration app workflow that we have created. Just put it in the chat visible if you can see it. Okay. Others, just let me know if you can see it. All right. I see only few people. Others, there is no registration. You might have given some other name, Alfito. Did you publish it successfully? Alfito, if you have given any other name, then you should see that. And in the publish to, did you change it to personal workspace while you were publishing? Yeah. Try to publish it again, and you should in publish to select personal workspace field. I'll just wait for a minute for you and let me know once you can see that. Done. Okay, awesome. Now everyone come back to your app. Okay. Once you are back in your app, right? Click on this drop down button and click on process. Okay. For that, I would want some because I will not get the same UI like you guys will. Can anyone share your screen who has followed all the steps correctly? I think you can just raise your hand or share your screen. I just want any one person to share your screen because I will have a different UI. That's why. Who wants to share your screen? Okay, Alfito, please go ahead. Share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, now just see the screen and follow the same step. Okay.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible. Okay. Click on that drop down, Alfito. Yeah. Click on process. Yeah. Does everyone see the same screen after clicking on process? Same. Okay. Now, Alfito, just select your email ID, which is there over there. Yeah. Just select that and register app, the first one. Okay. Just select that again. Yeah. And wait. Just be on this screen. Okay. Now, guys, you have to select your email ID. That is that. Select that. You will see register app, and then you have to click on the add button. Okay. Once you have done it, Alfito, you just wait. Don't click it. So you should be on the same screen. Once you select that app, you should see the three input arguments that we created: name, email, and phone number. And then you click on the add button. Alfito, please click on the add button. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Alfito. You can stop sharing the screen. Now we will have the same. In the meantime, let me also do it. Okay. I'll share my screen. Sir, mine is a blank process. Fadila, did you create the arguments correctly or you missed on that? You might have created variables. Let me show it on my screen. If I go over here, In the process in arguments, have you created the in arguments like this, Fadila?
Yes, sir.
And where do you see blank process? Like, if you see, did you in processes in your app, do you see like this processes and registration app?
So when I click the drop down and then I click the process, the input said it blank process.
Yeah, okay. So you click this, you clicked on process, you clicked on
Uh-uh.
your name, then you select this.
Yes, I already click it on my.
Then what it is coming over here on the right hand side?
Nah, wait, sir.
This blank process, I am also getting the same.
But my process doesn't appear the input of in underscore name blah blah blah.
This does not appear, you are saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, quickly share your screen. Let's quickly solve that.
Already see my screen, sir?
I can see your screen. Open your studio process that you have created.
This one. Here, I create an
I
argument.
cannot see your studio. Is it on other screen or something?
Yes. Sorry. Uh, how to using this?
Drag and bring. Yeah. Okay. Arguments you have in arguments testing. Okay. That's okay. Come. Okay. Click on publish button again. Click on next. Okay, that is good. Personal workspace. Yes. Next, publish. Okay. Go back to the app that we were. Go to Orchestrator, the second tab that you have opened. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. Click on the refresh button. See, it is there on the right hand side. No, not. Okay, that's also fine. All right, blank process attempted. Okay, go back to the app. Click on this refresh button over here. I have circled. No.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, go back to this testing. Yeah, click on that. Click on this input arguments.
Okay. I already click it.
Okay, that is weird. Hover over here. You should get an option. Yeah, click on this. Click on delete. Come back over here. Click on this.
No.
Go back to your studio process.
Or maybe because I make the new sequences, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, go to this project. We should be able to solve it with minor change. Go to this. Yeah. I did not suggest to create that. Right click this registration.
Right click.
Select this, set as main.
Sir.
This one. I have highlighted it. Yeah. Set as main.
Sorry, sir.
The fifth option from last. Right click it. Fifth option from last. Yeah.
This one.
And now right click this one. Main.xml. Yeah. Click this. Disable entry point.
This one, sir.
Now again right click this. I just want to double check one thing. Registration. Okay, we are good. Please publish it again. So you should, every time when I ask to follow some steps, you should always do it in main.xml only. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So now what we did, we removed the main.xml as main and we added your this. Click on close. Yeah. Go back to your orchestrator, refresh it.
This one.
Come back to your app and refresh. Click on, no. Yeah, click on the process. Yes, click on the process. Yeah, select the first one. No, click on cancel. Just refresh your app again. Refresh the app. Did we publish the app? We did not, right? Or did we? Go back, like add the process. Yeah.
Already, sir.
Okay, it's magic. You can stop
Mm.
sharing the screen. You can click
Thank
add
you
and
so
stop
much,
sharing.
sir.
Yeah, no problem. No. All right, chatbots. Let's get back to work. Okay, so now I have this. Now everyone go to this registration form page that we have. All right, and on the submit button, you have to go to the events page and click on edit route. Open your registration form page, click the submit button, go to events and click on edit route. All right, and again, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because again, I believe there might be a few changes of the UI. Anyone who wants to voluntarily share their screen? I see some people nodding their heads like this. Okay, chatbots, come on. Anyone who wants to share your screen and can follow the steps so that your colleagues. Okay, I see Tariq has already taken the control of sharing the screen. Awesome. Okay, guys, so let's do this. Tariq, I'm going to guide you and you can follow the same steps. Okay. So now, if you all remember, when we did previously as well, our data was getting written into data service. Okay. Now we don't want that. So just click on this option, and disable it. Don't delete it, just disable it. Click on disable and wait after that. Once you have disabled, right? I hope everyone has disabled. Now click on this plus icon that you see. You can click at the top or at the bottom anywhere. That's fine. And click on then start typing. And you have to select start a process. If you can, Tariq, just scroll towards the end, towards the complete time. Start a process. Yes. So everyone should be able to add start a process. Just let me know in the chat once you have done. Come on, chatbots, more 20 minutes, and then we will see the data getting written into the Excel file successfully. All right. Where did that chatbot emoji person go? Who was that? I don't know. Oh, it was Alfit only. Okay. All right. So I see everyone has done it. Now, please click on this icon. Yeah. Click on that. Click on processes and click on registration. Yeah. Thank you. There's new chatbot person, Aditya. All right. Alfito, just sorry, just scroll up. Click on that option again so that I can repeat the steps. Yeah. Click on that. Click on processes and select your process. Just be on this screen only. Don't click it so that everyone can just copy that. Processes, registration app, and that's it. Okay. I hope everyone has done that. All right. Okay. Now, Tariq, just click on this input override over. Okay, and wait, delete that item. Let me be on that default screen. So now you will have this click to add an item. Click on that. Okay, click on that. Here, select this first. Yeah, select that. Processes. Yeah, click on that. Click on this drop down, and you should see. Don't click it. You should see in underscore name. So in that way, you have to add 3 items: name, email, and phone number in input override. Okay, I'm repeating it again. Sorry, let's just do it one more time. Click somewhere else. Click on this delete icon again. Click on the delete icon, and let's edit from the scratch so that everyone can see. Click to add an item. Okay, let's do it, Tariq. Yeah, click on the options icon, then click on processes, and then the first in name. Yes, in name. Yeah. Add the second item. Let's leave the value for now. Add the second item. Similar way, processes in underscore email. Everyone, once you have added these 3 items, just give me an update in the chat. Phone number, name, email, phone number. These are the 3 things that you should have in your input override. And chatbots, give me a quick update in the chat once you have done it. That's it. Tariq, we don't have any other arguments. Okay. All right. Now, okay, now what we have done is we have entered the 3 arguments. Now we have to give it value. The value is in our text box in the app that we have created. Okay, so now we are going to select one value after the other. Tariq, if you can click on that button. Yeah. Now click on this controls. Yeah. Click on full name and select value. That's it. Don't select it, just be on this screen. Controls, full name, and value. Okay. So everyone, you have to do this step one after the other. Click on that options icon, then click on controls. You will see full name and select value within that. Let me know if you were able to successfully do it for me. And if you are facing an issue or anyone is confused, just feel free to unmute yourself and ask. And you have to do for the rest of 2 as well. Tariq, can you just complete for the other 2? Click on the options icon, go to controls. Now we have to select email address. Yeah. Click on that, select value. Do the same thing for phone number as well. Well, that's it. Awesome. Has everyone added for all the 3 fields? Give me a quick update, chatbots. Tariq, just be on this screen. We'll just see. Okay. Awesome. Everyone has done all. Now let's do one thing. How we used to add the successful message, right? Let's add over here as well. So we will go to the when completed part over here. Let's go to when completed. Okay. Yeah. Click here, select show message, and you can configure the show message. Okay. Go to when completed, select show message, change the title to successful and message data added successful. Repeating it again, go to when completed, select show message, in title, change the title to, yeah, Tariq, just go ahead and change the title. Change the title to successful and message should be data submitted successfully. That's it. All right, just beyond this same screen, Tariq. So you have to go to when completed tab, select the show message event, and then title and message. All right, bots who have completed this step, please update me in the chat. Okay, okay. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. Who are other guys who are still doing it? Are you facing any issues or are you able to do it? All right. So I hope everyone has done it. Tariq, you can click on this close button. Yeah. And now click on this preview button. Before that, once you click on preview, right? Uh, Tariq, can you just open UiPath Assistant? No, no, not over there. It's a local application in your machine. Give me 1 second. Click on this, Tariq. Yeah. Search for UiPath Assistant. Yeah. Click on exit. Yeah. Just come back to your app. Let's fill in the details and see if it is running or not. Okay. Let's just see everyone. You have to preview the app and do the simple steps that you were doing. Just fill in your details and click on submit, Tariq. Yeah. Click on open UiPath robot. If you get this pop-up, everyone, you should click on open UiPath robot. Let's click it. Can you go to your assistant? Okay, wait. Don't. I think it is running. Wait. And if you see, the data was submitted successfully. Tariq, if you can open the Excel file path that you had given. People who were able to successfully run it, similarly, just send me a successful message in the chat. Output is the sheet. Mate. Output is the sheet. No, over here, there is another sheet output. Tariq, open the same file.
Oh,
Yeah.
here is it.
Yeah. So if you see, the data is over here. We missed on selecting one property, so we don't have the headers, but that is a simple one. All right. Mohammad Falik Adan, empty extension is not supported. Just check if you have given the file name correctly. Mohammad Falik. Yeah, Tariq, I think you can stop sharing your screen. We are good and you were able to successfully build the app. Awesome. I see many people are able to do it. So how was this use case? To the person who had asked me this question, right? Have to do the sentiment analysis. So you can do it in this way. You can take the input from the app. In your process, you can execute it and send an output back to the app. So in that case, you will just have to use the out argument and display it wherever you want to display. All right. So yeah. Anyone else who is facing any issues or was everyone able to successfully do it? I see Mukesh also wrote successful. I think he was also doing. All right, guys. Did everyone do it, or is anyone facing any issues, any questions that you want to ask? Mohammed Falik, please share your screen.
Yes, sir. Wait.
Yeah.
Here, sir, the error.
Click on close, and there's a awaiting install my assistant. That is fine. Go back to your studio process, Falik.
Here, UiPath
Yeah.
Studio.
You have not given the file name. Where is the file name after documents? In right range
Here,
workbook.
output.
No. In right range workbook, after documents, you had to give the file name. Put one more slash over there after documents.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah. But I get
Data.xlsx.
it.
Yeah. You can write
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
data.xlsx. Yeah. XLSX.
Okay, yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. So just publish it, refresh your orchestrator first, then refresh your UiPath app as well, the process. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you can do it and just ping in the chat if you have any issues. All right. Yeah, Aditya, that's fine. But you got the output, right? Okay. So Mohammed Arkan, there's a question from Mohammed Arkan. If we submitted the data, is it always only replace the first one? No. So there is a way that it will not replace the data and append the data, but that is a task for you. Because if I give all the solutions, then it will be like you are just actually bots who are repeating what I am doing, right? So I want you to explore and try to find a solution to that how it will not replace the data but append the data. Okay, and if you face any issues, you obviously can reach out to us on LinkedIn or through the team. Also, let me just share one link in the chat where you can learn from very scratch about this particular UiPath apps that I just taught, right? So let me just share that. So currently we can share this app to anyone because we use freewares. Yeah, you cannot share this. There will be many restrictions that you will face. So this is the video you can watch to learn everything in detail. Follow the steps along with me. It's a long video. It's a 90-minute video almost. That will take some time. And here's my and Mukesh LinkedIn IDs where you can connect with us with respect to any. All right, so now we are open to any questions that you guys have. What happens if when add process we choose an unattended robot? How do we add data while the robot works independently? So you cannot use the same file, Felicia. If you're using the same file, then it will show like the file is busy and it will throw an error. So if that is what you are asking, I think so. I think Aditya, you are yourself solving your doubts. I'll wait for your update. Okay, yeah. And let me see. Yeah, so yeah, Arinda, now we can open the session for anyone who has questions for anything with respect to all the 4 sessions that we had. So we just plan to give almost 20 minutes to all the students if they want to ask us anything, to myself, and even Bukesh is there in the session. So if they have any questions, anything that they would like to know or help us highlight more on, they can go ahead.
Yeah, sure. We still have 26 minutes, so if the participants still want to ask to Part and Mukesh, we can still open, yeah.
Yeah, let's bring Mukesh also to spotlight. I just don't want to see myself.
Yeah.
Let's have both of.
Untuk teman-teman yang ingin bertanya tapi masih dalam bahasa Indonesia, diperbolehkan nanti coba dari Yeremia atau saya akan mentranslate ya.
All right, guys, please feel free to ask any questions that you have out of all the sessions or any feedback that you would like to give to myself and Mukesh about the 4 sessions. Did you enjoy learning it? And how was it? Anything. How to test automation or process. See, testing is in one way, whatever output you are expecting. If you get that output, that means your automation is working successfully. That is one way to test it. And other than that, there is one complete different product of UiPath, that is UiPath Test You. That will be a very advanced product for you guys to use it right now, but that provides a end-to-end testing mechanism as well. So for now, for you guys, the testing methodology should be whatever output you are expecting, if you are getting that or not. So that is how you should test your automation state here. Okay, I think Aditya solved this issue. All right, guys. Anyone else? Any issues? Any questions? Mukesh, do you want, can we reduce the automation process time? You can. Well, once you, that is the reason what I'm saying, right? The course that we have given, that covers all these different things in different aspects. So if you complete that, this is like the answers that you will get easily. So I will, Fadil, I will highly recommend that you complete that course. You will automatically have answers to all these questions that you have. And Alfito, is it possible to make anchor in UiPath apps? I'm not sure what exactly do you mean by anchor. Maybe if you can unmute yourself and highlight more, Alfito.
Yeah, so if you know when you want to log in or register on website, there's a text like already, do you already have account register? So there's a text that you can click it, so you can so the user can register if the user don't have account.
Yeah,
It's just like
it is
a
possible.
button, but it
Correct. Correct. It is possible. So you are saying a hint text or something like that. That if you
yeah.
don't have an account, then create account, or if you already have an account, then sign. You can do it. That might require
So
some, yeah, you can maybe, the YouTube link that I shared, right? If you watch it, there are another videos as well. If you watch that, then you should be able to do it. Like, it's me only explaining that in that video, but that is very detailed video. So I'm explaining all these different things, how you can do it, how you can build it. So in that, maybe you can learn about that.
okay, understood. Thank you.
What aspects is important to be a good developer? I'll let Mukesh answer this, because I have took guidance from him and I have learned from him many things. I will just let him answer this.
Okay, so what does it take to be a good developer, right? So the first thing is you cannot know everything, right? You cannot wait for the day that when I'll get everything, each and everything, then I'll start development. What is the good aspect of the developer is that whatever code you write, it should be simple enough, and your fellow members should be able to understand the code. You should follow the best practices. You should have the proper comments. It should handle the exceptions gracefully. Your code should not break. And the most important thing is, whatever functionality you are writing, there are always two ways of doing this stuff, right? You can write it in a complex way by just adding more complexity, and then the other way is to having it simplified. So a good developer is something which writes a code which is easily understandable by his colleagues. In case you are not available, your colleague can also fix that. So if you have built such an automation which everybody can understand and everybody can work on it, that means you have done a pretty good job as an RPA developer.
Right. And just to add to that thing of Mukesh, right, Titya, one thing that has always helped me is if I'm trying to build some automation, right? And if I know the solution to it, I'll just not stick with it. I'll at least try to explore two different ways of doing it so that I can choose what is best out of that by seeing like what is taking less time, less activities, and less processing. And that way it helps me understand different ways of solving one single problem. So that is the approach that I follow, and it has helped me a lot in my career. Do you ever create a very complex and very difficult project? Fadila, we always create very complex and very difficult project in UiPath. So just to explain you and help you guys get the fundamental understanding of this, right? We are covering these use cases. Otherwise, I think there are so many
Yes.
complex projects on enterprise level that we develop in our organizations that we work. Mukesh, I think the next question, maybe you can take it.
How do you measure the effectiveness of an automation? What matrices or information you typically include? That's a good question. Okay, so when you talk about the benefits, right, it's not always about saving the money. Sometimes it's about saving the time, and sometimes it is about saving the compliance. So, for example, every company has something which is called ROI matrix, where you just divide that if I have created an automation, Parth was doing it manually. Parth was taking, let's say, 6 hours to do that. Automation is doing in 10 minutes. Then we'll just calculate the time and we'll calculate the ROI. That is the time. Now, if I talk about the cost saving, sometimes the cost saving could be in the form of licenses. Cost saving could be in the form of resources. And the other way is you measure the effectiveness on automation by the compliance, right? So, for example, you have created an automation where everything was happening manually and all the database password was available in a system. Now, even I say that okay, nobody should have access to that system, but as an admin, I have an access. So basically, I am exposing all the password, all the secret stuff to somebody. However, if I have a robot there, the robot, till the time you don't teach the robot to go to the table which has the confidential information, it won't go. So savings can have different matrices: time, cost, compliance, security, anything. Okay, that answers.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. So next question is from Irwan. How to create the required field? The required option on the general option only work on UI side. When submit is clicked, bank data is still sent it into the entities table. All right. So for that, Irwan, what you have to do is on the submit button, you will have to write some properties. You will have to configure some code over there, which will not enable, which will keep the button disabled until all the form fields are filled. So for that, there is documentation on docs.uipath.com. If you go to docs.uipath.com and search like how to do this, you will get a solution to that, and you can follow that steps. And the submit button will be disabled until all the required data fields are filled. So, and that is how you can do that. Do we have any other questions?
There's another question, Serpat and Kes, from Alif. Can we customize the HTML style on our UiPath apps?
You can, Alif, do that till some extent, like I showed. You can control the size, you can control the font size, bold, and all of that. But if you want to create your some own custom HTML element, then you have the ability to do that as well. If you should know, like you should have good knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to do that. If you have that, then you can definitely write the code itself to build your own HTML controls in UiPath apps. That is possible. There is a control called as custom HTML. You can use it and write.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Mr. Pat.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let's see.
See,
anyone?
anyone else have a question? Don't be afraid to raise your hand and unmute yourself, guys.
Yeah. But I really like the participation from everyone. Though we had to pick names sometimes, like I had to, Mukesh did not do that with anyone, but I did pick names a few times, and you guys are energetic in that as well for learning to share screen. And I saw towards the end, Toik just shared his screen himself. And I would like to thank M. Rama as well. I think I picked him many times during the session as well. So thank you for being a sport, Rama. So yeah, it was helpful during the session as well. This is what creates the engagement and keeps it interactive, right? Because I am just speaking, I feel like it should never be one-way communication. Me, Mukesh, whenever we do sessions, we try to have it in a two-way interaction that the attendees are also involved while we are doing it. So yeah, thank you everyone for that as well.
Okay, thank you to Sir Pat and some more guests for our session here. Yeah, answering our question really fast and to the point too.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I think over to you, Arinda. If they have any questions, we can pick it, or I think we can give them 14 minutes of their life more to live.
Okay, but I think I should give it to the Arin. If there's nobody want to ask anymore, maybe we can close, Arin.
Yeah, sure. If anybody or the participant is enough or doesn't have any question anymore, we can close this session. Give us time if we can close this session, guys.
Yeah, I think there are no questions. So yeah, I think we can close the session.
Yeah, okay. Okay then. Well, we already finished this week's session with Part and Lucas. Thank you so much for a great and fun session. Uh, so I'll ask the same question like I did ask Lucas yesterday. Part, can you give our ICStar Hackathon participant here maybe some encouraging speech or how to maintain their spirit during this competition?
Right. See, the very first thing is, like I said, try to find multiple solutions for same problem. Right. See, when you go for shopping, right, and you want to buy your favorite watch or your favorite clothes, you will try to find a place where there is some discount or where there is some sale. Right. So you are not always stuck at one single place or one single shop. You will try to visit multiple shops. In the similar way, try to find multiple solutions for your problem. When you do that, you will unknowingly learn multiple things. And like Mukesh said, right? So I started learning RPA UiPath in 2020. And trust me, the very first thing after learning that I did is participated in the hackathon. And it was a worldwide hackathon by UiPath, and there's an organization called as TechGig in collaboration was that. And in that hackathon, along with one more senior person, I came third. I was second runner-up, but I was so happy. And that complete hackathon, the complete journey, helped me learn so many things. In that process, I learned about many different things of UiPath. I faced many problems. I used to not sleep at night because I used to not get answers to what I want to do, right? And after that hackathon, you won't believe, after that hackathon, I just learned so many things about UiPath. I started conducting sessions uh, along with Mukesh and many other community people. There were many things that I started doing. I started my YouTube channel where I used to upload videos and all. So hackathons have really played a very important role. Even in my organization, we organized inter-company hackathon as well. And just so that everyone brings out that innovation and then creativity out of their mind, right? To integrate different technologies, to learn about different technologies. So yeah, I would say that just keep see, you yourself have to keep motivated, right? There is no one going to come and pump motivation into you every day or whenever there is hackathon or something like that. So if you want to earn good, if you want to learn good, then you should learn more and practice more. So I'll say like, yeah, you should be self-motivated to participate in this kind of competitions. It is going to help you a lot in future. Yeah, that's it, Arinda.
Okay, thank you. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe we can take some documentation. Who haven't opened their camera, please open your camera now. Here will help us to take the documentation and lead the count. Yeah, Yere, please proceed.
Yes. Okay.
The
Guys, you
most
can now.
the most difficult part of the session again.
Ah,
Anyway, thanks for the speech, Mr. Pat. It's
Yeah,
good,
thank
encouraging.
you, Jeremy. Yeah.
Anyone else want to open their cam? Fix your style, fix your hair, smile. Okay, I will count. Everybody smile. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there's 3 pages. I will screenshot it. Wait, on the page 2. 1, 2, and 3. Last page. 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
okay, thank you, Yere.
Yes.
Well, this is our last session. Closing. Thank you so much, guys. You may leave the Zoom now. Maybe we can see you on next session, yeah. And for part and because thank you so much for joining our
Thank you, Arinda.
session for the great training session. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone. Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. See you
Okay,
guys.
bye.